Welcome, ladies and gents, to another episode of Jay Does Sports. I'm Jay. Today we're just going to go over NBA playoffs as well as NHL playoffs, some news from the NFL, and Tom Brady's roast that is happening on this coming Sunday. But first, we're going to go over Tyrese Maxey just absolutely going off last night. And actually, breaking news, I just finished recording. I'm going to throw this towards the beginning of the episode now. It just came out that the Chiefs are now expecting for the NFL to suspend Rashee Rice for his incident of reckless driving, going away from the accident afterwards. They're expecting him to be suspended for at least half of the season. I think that's fine by the NFL. I would have expected him to get jail time still, so I don't know if that's going to come into play at all. But I know he did turn himself in like after the fact or whatever, but that doesn't excuse it, That's a big blow for the Chiefs. They're gonna have another situation where they struggle for half the season and then they somehow make the playoffs and they got everybody. But that is a big blow, at least for half of the season for them. That makes their big player, definitely Marquise Brown. Xavier Worthy would definitely have a larger role to start off with in his rookie year. But I think it's about right. Maybe a little bit more I would have gone for, but definitely not less than half a season. He could have killed somebody, and he just walked away again. So, yeah, big blow to the Chiefs, and we'll see how that affects them in the upcoming fall. So last night's NBA games, I went 1 for 3 on those picks. Cavs beating the Magic, had the Magic winning because they had been dominating the Cavs the past 2 games, but apparently they can't do that in Cleveland. But the Bucks did win. I did have that. That's the only one I had, even without actually Damian Lillard didn't even play. Giannis wasn't there either, but they still managed to get it done in Milwaukee. And one that I thought the Knicks would win, Jalen Brunson had been hot, but I did not plan for Tyrese Maxey having 46 points. I think he was 17 for 30 on his shooting. Just stellar performance by him. He's kind of looking like he could be the 76ers main guy over Joel Embiid. I know that's kind of stunning to hear, but there's a reason he was the most improved player this past year, even though he still averaged over 20 last year. He's just been playing really special recently. He's the one who sent it to overtime last night. And with the series, it's 3-2 with the Knicks leading. So it's going to be shutout games from now on. They have a chance now. It's 3-2. Good for Tyrese Maxey and bad for anybody who might have chosen what I chose to win last night. However, if you still want to go off of my picks, we have the Heat and Celtics playing at 7:30 tonight, and then Mavs at Clippers tonight. Heat and Celtics, if you've been following along with all these other videos, I really feel like the Celtics are they're kind of untouchable, especially when it comes to these series. I know Kristaps Porzingis got a little bit hurt last night, or not last night, but last game, so Monday. But I still got faith in them, and especially at home, I feel like that's an easy game for them to clear out the series for them. And then Mavericks at Clippers. It's a tied series, and I know this is like a close, game and stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving together, and not having to deal with like a big three kind of situation, like they know their roles and stuff like that. I feel like the Mavs take this one in LA. On to the NHL playoffs, though. Another 2 matchups, pretty much same timing. Got the Las Vegas Knights at the Dallas Stars, and then the LA Kings at the Edmonton Oilers. I 100% take the Oilers in that one, even though it's a closeout game, but it's also at home for them. they're just playing really hot, I feel like, recently. Um, and then also the Vegas Knights, I take them over Dallas. The Stars, they've had a couple of good games, but I just don't feel like their consistency's there. Um, I don't know. I mean, I don't. That's probably the least confident I feel about any of these picks that I've made today. Um, so if you are watching this and if you are going to change your betting off of that, I wouldn't include that, but the other ones I feel pretty confident on. On to what NFL news there was today. Um, the owner of the Dolphins, Stephen Ross, apparently had been in talks with possibly giving up his shares of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium, and whatever F1 Miami race takes place there. There was some sort of $10 billion offer on the table for all those things combined. And he declined the offer. So, Miami, if you really care about that, you're still staying with the same guy. However, I kind of feel like the Dolphins as an organization haven't really been able to do much since Dan Marino left. At least things that count. When they get to the playoffs, kind of shit the bed a little bit. And I don't know if maybe a change of ownership could possibly change that. I don't know. We're not going to see for a while, though, because he wants to keep it in the family. The ownership, I should say. But, yeah, that was entertained, though. So that doesn't mean it won't happen relatively soon, just not now. Maybe he needs $15 billion to change his mind or something like that. And then if you haven't heard of this, the greatest roast of all time of Tom Brady is going to happen on Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, with old teammates of his like Drew Bledsoe, Randy Moss, Julian Edelman, Rob Gronkowski. And also it came out recently that there's a high probability that Bill Belichick is going to be roasting him as well, which I kind of can't wait to see that. I feel like it might ease some tension, or at least what had been built up before Tom Brady left for the Buccaneers, because there was all kinds of stuff coming out, like there's relationship just declined between the two of them and owner Robert Kraft. But I think it'll be fun to watch. I really do. I can't wait to see Bill Belichick actually have fun. I feel like he's been doing more and more of that recently since he's unemployed. But the other guys, maybe Danny Amendola too. I feel like it'd be fun to watch, especially if you grew up watching Tom Brady and you either hated him or you loved him. Patriots fan, I loved him. So, but yeah, I think it'd be fun to watch. Not much else going on though. That is today's episode. So thank you for spending your time with me today. Comment any other news that you might like to see, and like and subscribe, all that jazz. Hope y'all have a good one.